What the fuck is up, fam? It's your boy Daddy XD coming at you live. Today I'm going to show you a standard blue-red Prowess deck I brewed. Very simple. We have 12 creatures, Stormwing Entity, Heartfire Emulator, and Sprite Dragon. Stormwing Entity has flying and prowess, and it costs 2 generic blue less to cast if you cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn. When it enters the battlefield, scry 2. Heartfire Emulator has prowess. You sacrifice it for red. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker. And Sprite Dragon, when you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Flying Haste. We have Opt for 1 blue. Scry 1 and draw a card. Crash Through for red. Creature you control gain trample until the end turn. And Shock deals 2 damage to any target for 1 red. See the Truth is a really good card in this deck. For 1 generic in blue, look at the top 3 cards and put 1 in your hand and the rest in the bottom of your library. It's the same as Anticipate, but the reason that See the Truth is better is the second effect it has. If the spell is cast from anywhere other than your hand, put each of those cards in your hand instead. So it's basically a draw 3, and I'll show you why. Fire Prophecy deals 3 damage to target creature, and you can put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library to draw a card. Great for if you're stuck, you have a lot of creatures, you need more spells, you kill one of their creatures, or sometimes I've done it to where I've killed one of my own creatures because I need spells to keep this deck going, you know? You do what you gotta do. Heartfire Emulator's right there. Lava Coil deals 4 damage to a creature. If it dies, exile it. Really good to deal with the Reanimator decks, or decks that you can get from the graveyard. Once they're dead with this, they're dead forever. And 4 damage to a creature for 2 mana is really great. You got Sprite Dragon there, and then Finale of Promise. For X, red, you can cast an instant and or sorcery card from the graveyard without paying the mana cost of them. Pretty much, Finale is always going to be either red and 2 or red and 1. Because you can always opt and crash through if you need draw cards, instant and sorcery. Or if you need to kill stuff, shock and crash through. But most likely it's always going to be X equaling to 2 because of the See the Truth. If this is in your grave and you cast Finale of Promise for 2, you will draw 3 cards, which is amazing because it refills your hand and it just keeps everything going. This is the MVP of the deck. The runner-up is Stormwing Entity. Casting an instant and sorcery spell makes it cost less, and scrying 2 to set up your next draws is amazing. For the lands, we have 8 island, 8 mountains, and 4 steam vents. I'm not running the Temple of Epiphany because it enters tapped, and I need access to my mana as soon as I play it. I can't wait for a land to be untapped for the next turn, so I don't run those. For the sideboard, we have 4 Negate, 4 Scorching Dragonfire, 4 Mystical Dispute, and 4 Storm's Wrath. I mean, I haven't had any difficulties beating a lot of decks, but a Planeswalker heavy deck is what causes this deck to have many problems, especially Teferis and Ugins. If an Ugin gets played on this deck, there's really nothing you can do because it's +2, deals 3 damage to your creatures, and that can kill the Stormwing right off the bat. It can kill the Heartfire Emulator, and its -X can, for -2, kill the Sprite Dragon. So it's really difficult to fight up against an Ugin. So that's why I have negates because Planeswalkers are non-creature spells, and Mystical Dispute to handle the Teferis. And on the side, 3 damage to target creature or Planeswalker is sometimes needed for other Planeswalkers, and Storm's Wrath is just board wipes for Planeswalkers and creatures. It's a pretty simple deck. You want to at least, it'd be perfect to have a turn 3 Stormwing Entity. So turn 1, play a land. Turn 2, either play a Heartfire Emulator or a Sprite Dragon or See the Truth. And you want to look for a one drop on turn 3 and have a Stormwing, so you can cast that one drop. This just draws you a card. That draws you a card, deals 2 damage to their face, and then for the 2 mana, drop Stormwing Entity, a great early attacker. But turn 1 Opt is perfect. Turn 2 Sprite Dragon is awesome, and if you can get a turn 3 Stormwing Entity, you're pretty much really well set, and all you just have to do is deal with damage control. Sideboarding for Planeswalkers is really important. If I go up against a Planeswalker deck, I haven't really beat it, but once I sideboard for them, then it's not that hard to beat them. You just gotta know what to do. It's an awesome deck, really fun, really fast, really spell-slingery. I played a Prowess deck again back in Standard for Battle for Zendikar and all that, so having Prowess back in Standard really got me into playing again. I didn't play much other than Brawl on this, and from Bronze Tier 4, 5 days later, Platinum Tier 4. So it's a really fun deck. You just gotta, take your time, gauge the situation, and enjoy yourself. But that is my Blue-Red Prowess deck. Hopefully you try it out, and let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys around.